This is a follow-up video of a little project I've been undertaking on my old Studebaker Big 6 engine, 354 cubic inch straight 6. I had a stuck valve, exhaust valve, and it was someone had been there before me and dramatically undercut the valve seat about 300 thou deep. Which was also badly eroded. Since then I made up some tooling, machined out or counterbored this area here. Since then I've had to linish it to get a accurate size with some linishing tools that I made up, and everything's been done at home in a little single car garage, and very happy with the results. I brought some liquid nitrogen home after I made this insert, which is the new seat, and I shrunk it in, and it's locked in tight and going to stay there forever. This is the exhaust valve that goes in there, and I just poke it down there somewhere and drop it in, and it's been lapped in and very nice, very happy with it all. That's the inlet beside it, and I've got a very ugly, badly eroded inlet valve here, which I've got to chase down a new one and hopefully get a replacement for it if anyone's got one. This is the tooling that I used to help me get through that process. This was a guide plate, quite chunky, gave pretty good alignment. I used the studs off the block to lock it down, plus a strong back with a thrust bearing on top. But anyway, so I also made up this linishing tool, which helps me linish the wall. So this little strip here is removable of emery cloth, which I used a few different grades of emery cloth. You can see a little seam there, so I just pull that off. It's stuck on with double-sided tape, and just work away there. It's hardly worth going to this effort, but anyway, it's tight stuff. So I just peeled some of that back, but it does come off better than that. And also I made a tool, which is this one here. It's got a little drive pin that I've pushed through down there. So I put a 1/4 inch bolt down through there and knocked that pin to drive off it. And this again is replaceable emery with double-sided tape. Worked really well. And that, just got to get lined up here. So this tool sat over the top of that one very accurately, which we won't go to any great lengths to show you, but that fits on really snugly. Oh, here we go. Doesn't want to play. It's a really good fit. Don't know if I bang it, because I don't need it anymore. That's now all locked together, and I was machining off the bottom there, so a bolt, a drive pin and replaceable emery on here, which then went into there and accurately linished the base. And when I removed that, I did the sides with the tool that's on the inner part. Pretty happy with all of those results. And my alignment was done with this little guide tool that I made up that sits in the valve guide, and that point and spigot went into a location piece that I'd made up in the cutter, and it turned out very accurate. Really happy with all of the results. This was a dummy seat that I made up just to see if it would be what I wanted and see any anomalies, and I put a huge big chamfer on the back of it just to help it sit in. But The one that's in situ now, that's locked in forever, has got a nice 40 thou radius on it over here, so there's a lot of wall contact. That was that little piece. And as it was so hard to measure with telescopic gauges, I made up a little adjustable. I've cut the head off a bolt, and on both ends it's a fine thread, UNF, and it's shared equally halfway between that nut there, each piece, and I was able to extend it or reduce it, and sort of make like a little inside caliper or micrometer type thing that I could measure to get accurate sizes of the bore. So really happy with all that. There will be one more follow-up video showing the old girl, no, it's the old boy, Clyde, showing the old machine running and happily working away again and assembled. That's it from me.